Hello everybody, Xander here, and today we're back with another video. I know it's Memorial Day, so happy Memorial Day. I don't know if a lot of people are going to watch this, because many people might be just chilling out, not doing a lot, and celebrating Memorial Day. But I feel like this video that I'm about to do is overdue for mostly a month, but I wanted to do it anyway. So today we're going to be doing something a little different, just a bit. A double feature review for two things that I wanted to review but didn't, and that is the Fallout TV series and the Knuckles TV series, which both I had watched when they came out but forgot to review, and I don't want to leave that in the dust, especially with Fallout, because Fallout is big now, and I should know. Not only did I watch the show, but I've been playing New Vegas, and I've been trying out Fallout 4 a little bit, but mostly getting into New Vegas. So I guess let's start with the Fallout series. It was made by Amazon, released last month on April 11th, my birthday, and stars Ella Purnell as Lucy McLean, who is a vault dweller, one of many people who live in an underground vault that, are trying to survive the nuclear apocalypse that had wiped out a good chunk of the world, but there are now people living above on the surface, but Lucy is one of those people, one of many different people who live in different vaults across America. And after her father gets kidnapped by some people who break into the vault, she has to go to the surface and look for her dad, and gets wrapped up in this whole sort of plot around a doctor and all sorts of stuff. But it's not just Lucy as the main character. We technically have two other main characters. If you look at the poster and just the way the other two are introduced in the first episode. So you've got Maximus, who is a member of the Brotherhood of Steel, which is a sort of religious group that pride themselves on technology, and a lot of their high-ranking knights wear power armor, which is like this just big suit of metal armor that is very famous with the games. And he's trying to get up to the top, and is also involved in what's going on. And then finally you have the Ghoul, who is played by Walton Goggins, and he is exactly what he's called. He is a ghoul, which means that he has been impacted the most by radiation. So he's like practically burned in a way, kind of like how there's radiation technically is burning your skin. He's got no nose. He's wearing this cowboy getup, and he's also involved in this thing everyone is looking for, while Lucy is looking for her dad. That's basically the spoiler-free summary of Fallout. So I won't really get into spoilers, because I want you guys to watch it if you have not already. I know not everyone has an Amazon account, so that's probably difficult for a lot of people. It's probably how I feel about stuff on Apple TV Plus and stuff like that. But if you have a chance to watch it, then go watch it. It's incredible. The three main actors are fantastic. Ella Purnell does a great job as this mostly innocent vault dweller who gets wrapped up in this whole big thing and has to learn how to survive on the surface, which is a very unforgiving just world full of crazy, violent people. And Maximus, who is, And I just realized I forgot to name his actor, Aaron Moten. Let's pretend I told you right before that Aaron Moten plays Maximus. Yes. He does a good job as playing, like, also, I wouldn't say innocent, like, more just sort of, not fully bright, but trying to do his best. And that sort of aspect of his character can be seen the most, like, I think in episode 6, if you know what I'm talking about, if you've seen the show. Walton Goggins is incredible as the ghoul. I loved him in Justified. He's fantastic in what he does. And now I want to watch more of his stuff because I've only seen a little bit of him. But he has such a great impact in what he does. And then there's so many other great actors in here. You've got I think that's Moses Arias. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. Who plays Lucy's brother Norm, who is another vault dweller who stays behind with the people of Vault. I think it's Vault 31, who is noticing stuff is up with the vault. That's all I'll say about that. But he's got some side stuff going on. Many people involved in the vault stuff. So many really good actors, and I'm sure a lot of them, like, they kind of seem like actors some of you guys might recognize, but I don't. But have been in other good stuff. Matt Berry, I almost forgot, but I was looking at the cast. Matt Berry plays a robot at one point, and he's great as always. I love Matt Berry. Some really good actors in here, and what else? Fallout's got a great atmosphere with its, like, futuristic 1950s setting mixed with the apocalyptic setting, so it's really good. They capture that really well, with a lot of it looking like the games. From what I have seen of the games, it looks pretty stunning. Like, a lot of the effects and everything they did is, like, really good. There's a lot of practical stuff, which I appreciate. There's only like there's like 2 digital effects that were a little dodgy, but that was it. Everything else was really good. Music is great use of the 1950s style music, as well as a lot of the stuff that is used in the games, like I don't want to set the world on fire, things like that. Pretty great there. I think that's all I can say about the show without spoiling anything. So yeah, again, go watch Fallout. It's really good. If not, then just play the games. You'll probably be able to access them a little better, like whether it's on Steam or somewhere else. Like, if you got Xbox Game Pass, you can play pretty much all of the main Fallout games for free, relatively free, So that's it. Seeing how I give ratings to stuff, I'm gonna give the Fallout TV series a 9 out of 10. Really good. I hope season 2 is just as good whenever they do that, so let's have hope. Now moving on, we got another TV series, Knuckles, which is a spin-off series of the Sonic the Hedgehog movies that have James Marsden and I don't know Ben Schwartz as Sonic the Hedgehog, and show follows the character of Knuckles, who appeared in Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and is played once again by Idris Elba, and he's basically hanging out with another returning character, Wade, who is a human character played by Adam Pawley. And they basically go on this adventure going to Vegas to go to some bowling competition so Wade can be the ultimate warrior, because Knuckles is convinced by the sort of spirit of his dad to train someone. So that's basically Knuckles, the series. It's 6 episodes of Knuckles taking this guy to Vegas to prove that he's great at bowling and not a loser. So, yeah. Obviously, many of you probably already heard of Knuckles, and that a lot of people didn't seem to like it. There's probably some people that liked it, but it's not what I thought it would be. Knuckles isn't in it a lot. Like, for 6 episodes, it's but just not enough. It's almost Book of Boba Fett vibes, with the a small short series about a character that we love, and he's barely in it, in a sense. And then there's other actors, but yeah. Kid Cudi is in it as one of the bad guys. That's all I pretty much have to say. Then there's Wade's family. They're mostly decent. Well, no, just Wade's mom. I think Stockard Channing as Wendy Whipple. She's probably one of the better actors outside of Idris Elba and the other returning actors. I found her charming, which is nice to say, but not great to say for a show about Knuckles, when the best thing I can say, one of the best things I can say about it is the Jewish mother character, and I thought that was alright. On the other hand, it's like, yeah, Eddie Patterson as I think Wade's sister is like the weirdest performance that I saw in the show. She is so weird. Like, she's an FBI stereotype, so she's like portrayed as like very gatekeeping or very stupid. So yeah, I guess. But she acts more like a teenager. It is the weirdest. That's somehow the weirdest part of the show. Carrie Elways is in it. I won't tell you who he plays, but it's weird, but I appreciate Carrie Elways. Christopher Lloyd plays as the old chief of Knuckles' tribe. So that's kind of cool. And then, of course, there's the main Sonic cast that show up for a little bit, like Ben Schwartz, who's Sonic, and then Colin O'Shaughnessy as Tails. Some other actors I'm surprised aren't in the top cast. I gotta go into it. Yes, I'm using IMDb. So there's them. Sorry if I'm taking a little long to scroll through. Oh yeah. These pictures are very tiny. God damn. Tika Sumpter is also a returning cast member as Maddie, who is how did I forget his name? I mentioned it at the beginning of this bit of the video. The character's name's Tom, but James Marsden. James Marsden's wife in the Sonic movies, and he doesn't show up because I'm guessing either they didn't pay him enough or he was too busy with that weird Michael Keaton movie where he's got a dementia. And then two standout cast members I'll bring up because I've got barely anything to say because I'm not going to fully go into spoilers. And what I'm about to mention is a spoiler, but it's just so unique and weird that I've got to bring it up. So there's some sort of spoilers. There's one episode where Wade is mainly the main character. Knuckles is barely in it because Wade gets captured by this bounty hunter. And Knuckles wants him to fend for himself, so he's barely in it. And Wade basically gets knocked out by some voltage that are on like the bars of this cage that he is put in, attached to like this limousine. And the bounty hunter specifically, if I can find him, the cast list, because it's kind of weirdly set up, whatever this shit. Julian Barrett as Jack Sinclair. That's the bounty hunter, and already from the first episode, he was a very weird character, but I kind of loved him for being weird. So, while Wade is knocked out, he meets Knuckles' chief, played by Christopher Lloyd, and they basically set up this musical where Wade gets to sort of live Knuckles' life and how he unlocks this epic power that's going to help him get out of this cage. And not only is Wade in a musical, which is weird enough, he's in a Knuckles suit, and he's living Knuckles' life. And not only is also Jack Sinclair in the musical where he's like playing guitar, doing his own singing bits, wearing like an owl costume, but Michael Bolton, the Michael Bolton, sings for Wade, which is good to be fair because I didn't want Wade to actually sing. So there's a musical in Knuckles, and it's just like insane. But I kind of loved it. And that's one of the parts I like the most. So if you're not keeping up, the things I liked about the Knuckles series are Knuckles, who's barely in it, Jewish mother, and musical number that's just out of nowhere. Mostly because I love Herald of Darkness and Alan Wake 2. So maybe that's the vibe. Those were the vibes I was getting from this song. I think it's like the Fists of Flames or something like that. I'll give him credit for that one. That's something. And I guess that's all I have to say. So that's kind of it. I don't have much else to say about Knuckles other than it's a really weird show, and I'm kind of disappointed. So, yeah, again, if you liked Knuckles, that's cool. I just was disappointed because I wanted Knuckles. Like, I was fine with Wade being in it when I was, like, seeing the trailers. I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. But it's, like, practically the Wade Whipple show, which is just not what I wanted. Again, I like some stuff about it, Wade's mother being one of them. Hell, Adam Pawley is actually a good actor. He did Wade stuff mostly convincingly outside of some awkward, weird moments. But that's just it. Either way, it's still like Wade practically holding the show hostage. And even when Knuckles is like more front and center, it still feels off and disappointing. So that's mostly what I have to say about Knuckles. But it doesn't fully crush my hopes for Sonic the Hedgehog 3, because I feel like for the most part a lot of the people working on this show are different, because it's like being made around that time. They're still kind of working on the movie, so it's kind of like, what can we do? What people can we get for this? Especially because it's a TV show, so it's going to be a little different in how it's made. Because there's like 5 directors for the 6 episodes. And then like 5 writers, which isn't a bad thing initially, but it just, I don't know, for a 6 episode miniseries, that seems like a lack of focus or something like that. But oh well, we're gonna get to the rating. I think for Knuckles, I'm gonna be a little fairer, because there's stuff I liked, and I don't think it's the worst thing I've ever seen. So I'm going to give Knuckles a 6 out of 10. I think that's fair enough for this sort of series. Yeah, I wasn't like as disappointed. Like for instance, the Obi-Wan TV series, like I reviewed that a while back. I gave some episodes like lower ratings, but those were like individual episodes. This show came out all at once, which I probably should have mentioned. Same with Fallout. Both of these shows came out as a whole at once, so I'm not only giving ratings for the full seasons because I'm very late on reviewing them, but also because they came as singular packages, as full packages. So there's that. But even then, I feel like I was still more disappointed with Obi-Wan in the grand scheme of things compared to Knuckles, but I'm still disappointed, because there can be different levels of disappointment, but this was still one where I feel bad. But what are you gonna do? That was my reviews for Fallout and Knuckles. Long time coming, but I'm glad I finally got that out of the way. Hopefully I can, speaking of getting stuff out of the way, get my book reviews out of the way. I'm still getting through them, but I'm trying to be as fast as I can. However, that'll be done when it's done. Hope you enjoyed this dual review. I'm sure a lot of you guys have already had enough time to watch Fallout and Knuckles anyway, so let me know what you thought of both of these series in the comments. If you like this video, maybe like and subscribe, check out my other stuff. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Happy Memorial Day, and take care.